the channel. Today is going to be something completely different and new for me. I'm going to see if I can do some paintless dent removal in this Volkswagen Polo roof. If I was going to actually paint this, it would be easy because I've done metal refinishing loads of times before, so it would just be a case of actually, ripping the roof liner out, stripping the paint, refinishing all the metal and priming and painting. But the owner doesn't want to actually get into paint, so I'm going to try some paintless dent removal tools I've ordered off Amazon and see if we can actually improve these dents. I'll show you the actual dents now. See, that's the biggest dent there, but I think this is probably going to be the easiest to get out, because it's not actually all that creased. These ones here with a little bit of rust in. I've got some touch-up paint. I say I'm not getting into paint, but I've got some touch-up paint just to touch these in. I think that one may come out. I'll be able to improve that a little bit. But that one is really deep there, so I'll see what I can do with that. Like I say, I've never done paintless dent removal before, so it's something quite new for me. I think that one might come out there. A tiny one there as well, but we'll see what we can do. The kit is quite extensive. It's got quite a lot of different attachments for different dents, etc. And there's a few little ones here with a few little chips, but these chips can be touched in. So I think, hopefully, it should be quite good. Yeah, I don't think there's any more on there. The car's in really good condition actually, it's not that old. So we shall see what we can do to improve it. I'll just go and show you the actual kit I got from Amazon. So as you can see, the kit is quite a complete little kit. You get a little glue gun with it. You get your glue sticks. The black glue sticks are the stronger ones. The clear are the less strong ones. You get different attachments for the bridge puller, which basically place that over your dent, glue your little thing in place, and then tighten it up. I'm supposing it pulls the actual dent out. This is a similar sort of thing, but for smaller dents. Slightly different attachments, different sizes. But we'll have a play with it all and give it a good go. See what it comes up with. Get some little scrapers as well to remove the glue. A little plastic punch to actually lower any high spots. It's quite a sharp point on that, so I don't know if that would work or not. We'll see. We'll have a play. I also ordered some paint, just some touch-up paint from the touch-up paint factory. You get a little grease and wax remover with it as well. Some little touching sticks which are going to be handy for the roof paint. And that is the paint it comes. It's a direct gloss, it's a solid, so you don't need lacquer with it. But this little tin, this little 30mm pot, was 15 quid including postage. So very expensive for just normal black paint really. I know it's colour matched, but very expensive. But we'll see what it's like. It's had really good reviews on it, but we'll see. So okay, I'm going to take all the kit through into the actual garage, clean the roof with some degreaser, see if I can get some of the dirt off it and get it all prepped. We'll start on the big dent first, I think, and see what mess we can make of it. So I'm going to try the big dent first. I think I'm going to go in the middle there with this sort of oval one, see if I can just pull that up a little bit, and then I'll go back in and try that one. I'm using the big bridge first. So what I'll do is I'll just get the glue guns all hot, I think. I'll glue that in place. Somewhere about there. Let that cool down for a few minutes. Something about there, I think. I'll let it cool for a bit longer because it's not quite set yet. It says about 5 minutes cooling time, so alright, it's been about 5 minutes. I'll give this a go. Ha! Reassuring sound. Let's pop that nicely out there. If I repeat that there, I think that will work nicely. So I'll just remove this. So getting the glue off is going to be the worst bit, I think. It's just to use alcohol, which I haven't got. So I'll use the heat gun a little bit, which has just smeared it, but I should be able to get that off. I'll just put another piece in there. See if I can just pull down a little bit more. Try and relieve a little bit of pressure there. It's a little bit better already, just a little bit more, there's like a crease through there. That's a little bit of a high spot. Hammer and dolly would be easy. Hammer and dolly it all back out. Let's see if I can get that off first. So I'm just using a bit of Pro Clean degreaser. That seems to be fetching it off quite nicely, which is good to know. A bit of Pro Clean. And I'll give it another wipe over with some glass cleaner just to remove any wax. I think it probably is worth investing in the alcohol, just rubbing alcohol to actually clean the glue off. But Pro Clean degreaser works just as well. So I think I'm going to move to a smaller point, see if I can just bring that little crease up there, see if I can relieve that high spot just there as well. It is getting better already. So I'm going to use these smaller ones. I'll probably use that in there actually as well. We'll see. Anyway, I digress. So I'm going to try back onto that one there, see if I can bring that crease out a little bit. Probably go there I think, and maybe do another one there. Probably do that and that. Okay. I'm using the strongest glue, the black. I could use the clear if I do have problems with getting the glue off, but that Pro Clean degreaser does seem to be doing the job. So I'll let that dry for 5 minutes, go make a cup of tea and see if we can pop those out. I want to try and get that little crease out, that high spot there. So, let's have a look at that one first and then that one. Let's try that one first. Hold that in there, lifting it. What happens when I loosen it? It's gone down a little bit more, so I'll put a bit of pressure on that. We're nearly out actually. It's this one now. So leave that on there, see if I can just it's still a little bit creasy, but it's better. If I can get this one out now, I think we're almost done. And the final finessing. Oh, that popped off, didn't it? Okay, so I'll remove these and then see what we can do. So compared to what it was, it's improved it quite a bit. There's just a little bit of a ridge there, just got to try and get out, and a little low spot there. So I'm going to try another small one just in there, I think. See if I can just pull that, and I may have to try and tap that down. Okay, so I'll try that next. That one's going to be a bit of a pain because it's really, really small. We'll see what we can do. So I'm just trying trying to relieve a little bit of that pressure on that ridge there. Just very, very gently tapping with the rubber-ended hammer. If there's any paintless dent guys out there saying, probably screaming at me now, saying I'm doing it completely wrong. But I'm a metal guy. I've taken all the paint off to fix it. We shall see. It seems to be getting there. I'll just release that now and then take that off and have another look. Just going to release it now, just actually go down a little bit. I'll have a look once I'm released. It's not a bad piece of kit. This today is a professional quality one, but I don't know if it is. But there's lots of other parts you can get to it as well. You can slide hammers and other bits and pieces, little nylon hammers. So I might actually invest in all those at some point. There we go. Still a little crease there, but it's a lot better than it was. Right, a little high spot there as well. Maybe I have to tap that down. So I think I'll probably try another one there. See if I can't just bring that a little bit up there, I think, and then release a little bit of pressure there and then raise that bit there. Okay, so a few hours have gone by, lots of trial and error, but I've got most of the actual big dent out. Still a little ripple through there, but I'm a lot happier with how that main dent has come out there. I'm trying to get these little ones out now. I had to ground one of the sticks down a little bit on the edge just to make it smaller so I can go into smaller holes, but I don't think I'm going to get most of these out, to be honest. But I'll be able to tidy these up a little bit with a bit of paint just to make them look less obvious. But black is the worst colour for showing marks and dents and ripples, etc., because it's like a mirror when it's clean. But yeah, I think that dent's a lot better than what it was. There's a few more over there. I've got to do these ones here, and then I'll start on the paint. See how deep that is there. So I'm going to feather that edge and put a little tiny bit of filler in there just to bring that up a little bit. I don't want to fill the entire area because then I'll be into the whole painting the entire roof really. So I just want to put a tiny bit in there, and then I'll just brush a little bit of primer over it, a little bit of the gloss black, same as that bit there. These ones I'm just going to touch in. I'm not going to go too mad on those, and then we'll give the whole roof a polish, which will probably make it look even worse because black's like a mirror when it's polished. But I'm really happy with how that's come out. Yeah, there's a few little dents in it, but the main area's actually gone. So what I'll do is I'll try and do something with that now. I'm just, like I say, I'm just going to go over that area with a bit of 180, just on a point. I'll show you anyway, and then we'll put a little bit of primer on there, a little bit of filler, a little primer, and a bit of gloss black. So I'm just going to use the very, very point of this paper here just to remove as much of this rust as I can. So all the other ones I can just touch in. It's just these really deep ones. Basically paint over rust, so I'm going to try and get as much as it off as I can. A bit of filler and primer on there just to fill that gap a little bit. It's just to make it less of a deep hole. I know it's not going to be perfect, but it'll just take your eye away from it a little bit more and protect the paint underneath. I've edge primed it as well, so it should be safe from rusting anymore. I'm just going to touch these areas in here. Just gone over with the waxing grease remover on a little wipe you get with the kit. So what I'm going to do now is just slightly touch that in. See if we can improve it a little bit. And then when it's all dry, we'll just give it a light polish over with the machine polisher, just to blend it in a little bit. Try and get my greasy fingers on it. So you get these little applicators with the kit. So I'll be using one of those just to gently touch in each little bit. It says after 24 hours you can flat this with the 1200, then a 2000, and then buff it back up. We'll see if I actually do that. Probably not. I'll probably just buff over it after about a couple of hours when it's dry. Seems to cover quite nice. The colour match is pretty much bang on, I think. Okay, so I'll continue with this. It's quite difficult to do this and hold the camera at the same time. Chainsaw going in the background, and then we'll do a little bit on the filled and primed areas. So I've done all the touching in the paint. It's been about half an hour. So what we're doing now is just go over the entire roof with a bit of paint renovator, just to bring back some of the lustre in some of the areas and blend some of the bits in. If I do miss any bits after I've cleaned it, I can just touch those in after. Just using a soft 3M head. Ooh, bit too much. There's a few little marks here and there. I can get those after polished. Major dent part of it's out. Little ones here are really deep, but they're improved a little bit. So I think really the only way to actually get rid of these properly, I think, would be to actually completely sand the metal down and metal finish it, prime it, and paint it and polish it back up. The overall gloss level's alright now. So it's been a bit of a strange one, this video. Bit of a learning curve for me. First time I've ever done any paintless stuff. Stick a comment below if you've done it before and if I did anything wrong, which I'm bound to have. So if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.